normal consumer here. Today I want to talk about using a WearOS Watch with the iPhone. I know you're probably thinking, why would someone do that? For me, it comes down to variety. Yeah, the Apple Watch is nice, but sometimes you just want something a little different. So how does using the WearOS with the iPhone go? Let's talk about it. But first, as usual, if you learn something new, if I can make you chuckle before the end of this video, if you like how I'm rocking, or if you just like my vibe, then go ahead, like and subscribe. While you're at it, hit that bell icon too to turn those notifications that way, ding, you know when I upload something new. Now back to it. First off, I want to tell you which WearOS watch I use. That's the Fossil Gen 5 smartwatch. Now, I'll leave a link down in the description below in case you want to look into getting one yourself. But why did I choose this one, you may ask? It looks good. Simple as that. It's a nice circular design and a sleek body. On top of that, the battery is ready for 2 days, which I can say is pretty accurate. This is thanks to the software optimization, the Qualcomm 4100 chip that is inside of it. Needless to say, Fossil did a pretty damn good job with making this watch. However, there is a spot which I think can improve. Now, once the company releases WearOS 3.0, the watch should be even better. That's the one downside I saw from the watch. Now, I'm not here to give a full review on the Fossil Gen 5. I'll leave that to the other tech channels. I'm going to talk about how pairing this watch with the iPhone went for me. The WearOS app is available on the iPhone as well as Android. So this means that the WearOS watches can pair with iPhones pretty easily, right? Well, in my time, I had some problems pairing my iPhone. I would begin the pairing process and get to where I would choose my watch from the list of devices. I would click on my watch and it would start pairing and then stop. It would start and then stop, start and then stop. And this went on until I finally did get connected. But even once I did get connected, it would randomly disconnect from my phone. And I wouldn't notice this until I saw a cloud with a slash through it at the top of the watch. It wouldn't be a big deal if it didn't happen pretty consistently. Now this could be the watch I chose or the WearOS app. I'm not entirely sure. I just know if I walk too far away from my phone, within the 30 feet of Bluetooth, it would disconnect. Now you're probably wondering what all can be done with the WearOS watch when paired with an iPhone. Well, you can do more than you think. Firstly, you can get your notifications, which is kind of the main point with smartwatch. You can track your health metrics using the health app. And believe it or not, you can even use Google Pay and Google Assistant. But being able to use Google Pay is the major surprise for me, and more of a surprise to use a Google Assistant. It's pretty cool knowing you can use your WearOS watch connected to your smartphone if you want to pay for things. Other things you can do include downloading apps from the Google Play Store on the watch. WearOS watches have their own version of the Play Store installed on them to get optimized apps for the watch. As a result, you can download various apps, which is good. You can also still customize watch faces, which is to be expected. So all in all, you can do a lot on your WearOS watch if you decide to pair it with the iPhone. But it's not all sunshine and roses, people. For everything you can do, there are plenty of things you can't do. As I mentioned earlier, you can get notifications on your WearOS watch when it's connected to your iPhone, but these notifications can't be interacted with. Now, this means no replying to your text messages, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or etc., etc., etc. The main one that hurts is not being able to respond to text. Granted, this is more of an Apple thing and their locked-down ecosystem, but because of that, WearOS doesn't have permission to interact with iMessages and text messages. You can't even send canned responses. Thanks to this limitation, the Fossil Gen 5, which I use, was similar to the $50 10Woo smartwatch, which is on my wrist. Both can only show notifications and not reply. And I will say the 10Woo can only show up to 5 notifications at a time, which is odd, but again, the watch is only $50. In contrast, the Fossil Gen 5 costs $300, or 6 times more than the 10Woo smartwatch. That hurts. Another thing that gets me are the apps on the Watch Play Store do not communicate with their phone counterparts. And admittedly, I'm not surprised, but it would be nice if this were possible. So basically, for my time on the WearOS app, the WearOS app syncs best with the watch and the phone app. I'm sorry, tongue tied. As I said in the beginning, using a WearOS watch with the iPhone comes down to just wanting something different. By having a smartwatch that can receive notifications but not respond to them, which has some syncing issues between the iPhone version of the apps and the watch itself, doesn't really make sense. This is before considering that WearOS smartwatch costs nearly the same amount as an Apple Watch. Oh, and the fact that it costs 6 times more than the 10Woo smartwatch for the same functionality, including receiving notifications, having the ability to track your heart rate, sleep, and other metrics. The 10Woo watch doesn't have voice assistant, but it's not a big issue. So what's my takeaway on using a WearOS watch with the iPhone? The Fossil Gen 5 I use looks great, has great build quality, and the battery life isn't bad at all. The smart functionality is definitely present, but hobbled by Apple's reluctance of letting third-party devices have better access to iOS. At the end of the day, just get an Apple Watch. Yes, it's possible to use a WearOS watch with the iPhone, but spending a few $100s on a smartwatch which has its functionality limited makes zero sense. But if you're okay with that, then definitely grab your WearOS Watch. But for most people, you should go ahead and stick with the Apple Watch, which lets you respond to text and interact with notifications better. It works better with the phone version of apps as well as with the watch apps. A lot to say. But that brings us to the end of this video, guys. I truly hope this video helps you if you're on the fence about buying a WearOS Watch. Now, as usual, if I made you chuckle before the end of this video, if you learned something new, if you like how I'm rocking, or if you just like my vibe, then go ahead, like, subscribe. And while you're at it, hit that bell icon too to turn those notifications that way. Ding, you know when I upload something new. And please leave comments down below, that way I can improve and make better content for you guys. Other than that, this has been Normal Consumer, and I'll see you guys in the next one.